into this. So let's get this one started up. As we have to the top left-hand side, our red Terran player. This is FanTaSy. Playing against the blue Zerg to the bottom right-hand side from Infinity Gaming. We have ourselves Solar. Game one of this best of three. Just want to pull dropping down. There's a couple of refineries will come into play as well. FanTaSy with the command center first here on Parasite. I mean, a very large map, so it definitely works out. And if that command center coming down here at the moment. And we do have the drone or two on the way up, and everything looking standard otherwise. So CC first, FanTaSy going to get into a bit of a macro-focused opener here, without any real complaints or concerns, it would seem. So that's awesome. I already use a different shaving company. Well then, you don't have to try out a different one, do you? Then maybe the sponsor isn't for you. But if you don't already use a shaving company, or maybe you want to try something different, then do check it out. Again, every purchase directly supports the stream. And everything that directly supports the stream directly supports these tournaments. Again, this is something that me and TvZ discussed in terms of how we were going to sell this tournament, or how we were going to put this tournament on. And we decided to go for the straight up honest route, which is, this tournament is happening because you guys are awesome enough and lovely enough to support our content usually. And this tournament is happening because you guys support us. This came out of our own pockets, $1,500, which is not nothing. So any support that comes in during this tournament goes towards us being able to not only kind of make some money back off of this and be able to afford food and maybe a Christmas present somewhere, but it also obviously goes towards us being able to justify doing more tournaments like this again in the future. So I say it very truly, if you guys like this tournament, if you like these matches, if you're having fun, do consider following, watching the adverts, enjoying, going through the all the other little bits and pieces. Subscribe if you can, donate if you can, not just on my channel, and TvZ as well. If you are also going to support TvZ and the stuff that they do, that works fine. Go support those guys, because they also put money into making this tournament happen. And all of it is going to help. All of it's going to help to support these events like this one, because it's very exciting. This is the first time me and TvZ have really worked together to put on an event, and we're really hoping that it's a huge success, that we can do this more regularly in 2019. Because obviously, I do my own events and TvZ do their own events, but when we work together, we can do bigger and better things. So if it's actually a success, then we can have a very good time with it and just do more and go even bigger. Why not have 100 players? Okay, 100 players would be kind of crazy, but you guys get the idea. Marine going to be picking away at this Overlord early, which does get the full scout of the setup. Sees the Helene production, sees the Banshee on the way out, and will also even be around to see the Banshee popping, I think. See that barracks on a tech lab as well, though obviously I don't think FanTaSy plans to reveal anything here just yet, as this Overlord will get taken down. Again, if you're wondering about the order of matches, guys, after Solar vs. FanTaSy, we have Solar vs. Gumiho, the final Solar matchup of the day. And then I believe Zest vs. Gumiho is our 5th series, and we'll continue onwards throughout the rest of the group as well. We have up to 10 best of 3s to show you guys today. It's going to be a great day of StarCraft 2. I don't get TvZ casting in German. Well, maybe because they're a German stream. I mean, they run obviously larger events, and when they have larger events, they have English-speaking casters there to cast them, right? But when they're casting StarCraft 2 throughout the week, they are a German stream. So obviously they're gonna cast in German. Playing here from Solar, coming in towards the upper left-hand side, is just trying to scout around. Are Solar's consecutive matches by choice? Yes, Solar actually petitioned me because he was angry that he had to sit out a series. So he told me he would really, really, really like to play a series 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we even changed the match order around so he could play a series 1, 2, 3, and 4 rather than 1, 2, 4, and 5, which we originally had him down to play. So usually most of the players prefer to play all of their matches in a row. Anyways, guys, we got to talk about this because Solar's gone into Pneumatized Carapace. He's got Dropper Lord up, and that means he's going across the map with Queens, and he's going for a big Ling Roach Ravager attack. So excuse me for yabbering on and talking with you guys. Things are happening here. And FanTaSy's kind of seeing this now for the first time. He has a lot of Hellions. I do feel like FanTaSy playing mech, it really helps him have units up to defend this. Like, if you play Bio, it can be very difficult to have enough units out at the right time because you're kind of switching into racks and, you know, the Hellions maybe aren't up. These Cyclones right now are targeting the Dropper Lord, the idea being he wants to stop those Queens from coming up. 7 drones down so far, and we do see this natural expansion in some trouble. The Armory taking some hits as well. Hellions do not morph into Hellbats. They are preferring to stay mobile. Oh, that Orbital is in some trouble. The Corrosive Files will take it down. So FanTaSy is actually knocked down to 1 base. You know, I kind of liked FanTaSy's defense until this became a 1 base situation. Now this becomes very difficult for him because there's almost no situation in the world where, so I guess not 1 base, sorry. He's got this base already floated out over here, which he's defending with these Banshees. But still, being knocked down to a 2 base situation is a little bit rough because it's definitely not what this could have been. Just going to see these Banshees taken down by the Queens that get dropped back over to the left-hand side now. This Orbital going to have to lift up as well. SCVs still being picked off, but it's still 47 SCVs to 48 drones, so the worker counts are still okay here. These Banshees continue to pick off what they can, but these Queens just seem unkillable at the moment. They just seem really unkillable as we're going to be seeing those SCVs pulling in to try and keep on fighting this. A Cyclone goes down in the back there. Cyclone and a couple more Hellions still on the way up. Ah, man, FanTaSy felt like he was moments away from having a couple extra units to hold this off. I think the biggest thing was these Queens just seemed untouchable throughout this, and so the Banshees were never really able to help out. The Solo will be able to break this down. Just though, honestly, I really felt like ever. Dolvenwolf with the Twitch Prime sub for 6 months in a row as well. Dolvenwolf, I will go and update your decoration to let it know you are also a 6-month free subscriber. Thank you so much, Dolvenwolf. He shows up, well, I feel like has been every day I've streamed for the last month and has cheered bits into the chat. A true legend in and amongst our StarCraft family. Thank you so much, Dolvenwolf, for that Twitch Prime sub for 6 months, half a year, great to have you. I know you've been around for so much more than half a year as well, of course. Thank you so much, dude. Top right-hand side, our blue Terran player. This, my friends, is FanTaSy. And to the top left-hand side, our red Zerg player from Infinity Gaming is Solar. Game 2 of this best of 3 as we kick this off and we get this going. Look to see what's going to be happening here in game number 2. Again, I feel a little bit of a shame for FanTaSy because I felt like he was so close to holding off there, and just those Queens got so much done. It was really crazy how much those Queens got done. They were super MVPs throughout that entire attack. Alright, well, going into this here, as we do see FanTaSy just getting set up towards a Reaper base expansion, it would seem. Gas first. Gas first is not that crazy in TvZ. Usually, actually, so in TvZ, actually, recently, if you didn't go gas first, you're pretty much always going to go 2-1-1 or 1 gas-free CC. The gas first actually lines up very nicely to add on a factory and a reactor at about the same time. So if you ever want to go for a factory base opening, gas first is actually pretty solid, and it's very minimal in terms of effect on your economy. But yeah, I mean, the factory comes down now, and it means he's going to have the perfect amount of gas for when the Reaper finishes, so you can build that reactor pretty much instantly. It means that the factory can swap on over to it pretty much just after it finishes. Boom, reactor comes on down. Nice and standard. Second gas coming up here, so we'll not be playing a super fast free CC, and we'll definitely be most likely moving towards a starport. Now that you can't reactor out Cyclones or anything, double gas pretty much will always mean a starport opening, because there's just, you can't just spend that much gas with only a factory and a barracks up any longer, really. Do you see that drone going to come over and throw down a Spore Crawler in the natural mineral line, and going to be seeing a couple of Lings taking some damage. Subsiria, my beautiful, how you doing? Thank you so much for the subscription. I'm going to get you a purple decoration, just like your hair. How you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing and rejoining the family. I know you've been subscribed before, obviously, for quite a long time as well. Why not Twitch bringing in the total month sub thing? You know, because they said they were going to stop doing it by streaks only, and they were going to be like, you know, the people have subbed for X amount of months. I wonder when they're going to bring that in. Hero Marine said that this map is super broken. Yeah, this map, I mean, this map kind of just sucks. It's not good. I'm not going to lie. This is one of those maps that's like, why is it in the map pool? It's annoying, put it that way. I don't know, it just wasn't a good map to pick, I don't think. There's so many things wrong with it in general. It's, yeah. So you're doing great for coloring your hair right now, and hope you're doing great. No, I'm doing good, boo. I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you so much for the sub, appreciate it. And Mapu, the legend, the observer himself, and Anders is any. Oh my god, there's so many resubs today. Thank you so much, Mapu, first of all, for subscribing. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. Mapu's been streaming a little bit himself recently, guys. You should definitely check him out. Mapu's the observer for WCS. Pretty much any StarCraft 2 event that happens offline. Home Story Cup and all sorts. So he's definitely a legend. And again, he's been streaming a little bit himself lately. So you guys should definitely show Mapu a little bit of love over on his stream. So do go check that out, Mapu TV on Twitch. And Anders coming in with the subscription as well for 13 months in a row. Thank you so much, Anders, for the 13-month resub. It's a nice stream you have there. It would be a shame if someone could play Stasis on it. Yes, I do understand that feeling. I get it, guys. Stasis is a bit of a meme map. We're not big fans of it. Oh dear. This is going to be like an everlasting meme. Do you see this coming through? Liberator gets pushed away by a spawn, a couple of queens. Drones do go down as the Widow Mines come back into the main base. They're actually being pretty annoying, these Widow Mines. They're actually being really annoying, these Widow Mines, actually. So it's actually quite nice. Solo, though, has Lings, Roaches, a Ravager coming up. And, well, would you believe it? He's going for an aggressive attack again. Now, this is not as aggressive as last time. He doesn't have the queens. Well, I say it's not as aggressive as last time. It's just different to last time. As Lings just... Oh, my God. No! The Lings just run straight in. I was going to say, well, that's bad. But then all of a sudden, you realize that the tank gets caught. And, oh, my God. Now there's no real defense against these Roaches. One Ravager shot takes down the Liberator. And FanTaSy is just going to be demolished here by Solar. Solo will pick up a clean and simple 2-0.